Alliance Bandit. I was going to say, whew, can Alliance do that to a few people? S4, 22 pick Bat Rider, take me W. Flesh into Pugna. Concerned that, you know, if this is a mid-lesh, he might have a really tough time. I kind of want to see a limp hero.
You're thinking like limp last pick and you go the left?
No, Nico has to be the last pick, but
they go for the Slark. Yeah. They go for something more regular. They pick that Slark into Nax, just more beef to beat in. Same goes for the Kunkka. And overall, it looks like they have the perfect win condition for themselves once again.
It's really standard drafts from both teams, and like I said, I Hero Alliance with it, because I think they've just got better lanes, more ability to make pressure, and the Slark is annoyed by Axe, but I don't see anyone out carry. The game continues.
Yeah, you can even lane against him if you get a few good hits off on him. If you start well, you can just dominate the lane too, and he needs to creep skip constantly.
For me, it feels like to win the early mid game, Vp.Prodigy have to like triple Alliance's kills, because to take towers, they need a successful team fight, and then they need to build lane on. Take a towers Alliance. Chen creeps, Leshrac with one edict maxed out, it's a dead tower. So they're going to naturally have all tier 1s dead by 15 minutes. If he can't match that tower tempo, they're just going to lose map control to a Slark.
So what do you guys think Vp.Prodigy were going for at the beginning? Because you said it was a bit funky in what you were seeing come out from
their draft looks wonky as hell. I can understand the last pick Monkey King versus the Centaur, right? It's some like in the lane, but even in the lane, until you get that tree, it's going to be difficult. And I really don't know. I don't see the Pugna as what you're positioned for, or mid. I guess it's 4 and Kunkka. Like it has to be Kunkka. Position 4 Pugna used to be a thing for a week or two, but it got nerfed, and that nerf to the ward, to the nether ward, really hurt it real bad, and that's why I can't pick any longer.
He's just gonna get out regen. Like it's just gonna be Slark.
What's this combo on the offlane Pugna plus Axe?
So real quick, give it to me. Which way are you going? I know Carl, you're probably
I really don't know.
It's Alliance from the whole panel here, but we've got Toby and Lacoste standing by for the game. And guys, do you think it's all in Alliance's favor, or can you make some sense out of the madness that VP gave us?
Well, what do you think, Lacoste? I'll go to the expert to begin with.
Oh, I definitely feel like how can some change. Like they need to match how fast can Alliance play. Like they have a ton of tower damage. Pugna position 5, I believe. Grimstroke is going to be playing 4 this game. So,
that does look
I don't believe this lane is very strong. And Pugna can harass. You know, he's a range hero, has that blast. Also, they pick Leshrac into Pugna. I want to see what kind of a skill build. Like you don't necessarily need to be more greedy, put more points in Netherworld. I think that's the correct play.
Yeah. Even with this nerf, it's one of the easier counters against it, but we'll see how the position 5 item progression also works. How long does that Pugna remain an influence in the game? The panel was talking about like Vp.Prodigy being a little all over the place with their hero pickups, but how's the lane matchups work? Like you've got Monkey, you've got Kunkka. All 3 should be pretty solid in the lanes, but do they work well against this Alliance lineup, and especially the influence that's going to come? He's playing it again, FNG Chen.
FNG Chen is just a classic. You know, I would put him up there with the Puppy Chen. It's the hero. His Enchantress, it's the hero that he knows how to play, how to utilize it in the laning stage. I'm not a big fan of like a Monkey King last pick. This whole relies on getting kills.
And I like how FNG just walks up to the axe and also picks up the room from underneath his feet. Yeah. Chen for FNG is a good one.
You know, I would put him up there with the... Also, Chen got indirect buff. Like Hedra's got nerfed, Divine knows how to play. The tier 1 tower got buffed, so you have 1 extra region if you're standing close to the tower. So all that heal is amplified by Hedra's, and the... So that's pretty nice.
Well, they're gonna start with the harassment on FNG, and FNG's gonna start with still need the range creep. That's not the greatest start for the Pugna when he's gonna get, miss the first blast and back up and lose his sentry ward as well.
all that heal is amplified by Hedras. FNG is trading well. Like Hedras had a couple of, and you're leaving Axe against Slark, so Slark is getting the solo XP, which you kind of want. Like you want to get him to level 6 as fast as possible. Very hard if you don't have any kind of burst damage to just, you know, lock him down. But also it's Axe who's getting solo XP. He's about to hit level 2. Already level 2, he was just thinking whether I get the Pounce or whether I get Essence Shift. And he got the first point in Dark Pact so that he can remove the Battle Hunger.
You wanted to ask about like the type of build coming in from Limp in mid lane. Like it's not high up just yet. He's a 1-0-1 track, but it's the CS that I'm interested to see like if he can stay on top of. Went for the second point up in Split Earth while on bottom lane. Okay, there's a little bit more damage coming in the Inkswell. In range, Epic Kid, and he's able to do so. 2 attacks from Hanskin would have killed him off, but he just waited at the 1, but he won the extra stun timing on the S4.
When it could the bottom lane, oh, they have Monkey King with Orb of Venom. He's gonna keep hitting a Centaur. Like, do you want to keep hitting a Centaur who has Retaliate? They damage with the Fate Bolt. Now, when they hit level 2, they have 2 stuns. So it's not that great of a lane for Monkey King at the bottom.
And normally Monkey King dominates the lane.
I mean, normally he does when he's playing against the melee heroes, but this lane from Alliance is very strong.
And Pugna's been trying for the last 2.5 minutes to kill that range creep. And he is not succeeding. It's like both teams are trying to just chip away at everybody. Conquer at least get some good efficient. X marks spot TP back. Already 18 for 3 net worth. Top 2 do belong to Virtus Pro. But Slark just actually takes that position. Still feel Vp.Prodigy, they're getting a lot out of their lanes. Things still seem to be working for them. The influence from Chen hasn't been crippling. He's killed a courier. And that seems to be the only thing FNG can really retaliate against.
Axe is level 4. If Chen gets close, like Axe, what is he bringing? Is that Boots? Yeah, so he's gonna have extra movement speed from Boots and Battle Hunger, and if Chen somehow gets close, they use the Cripplify to slow him down. He'd be dead.
Instead, Axe is doing as much damage as he can to Nico, baby. A 4-1 charger, still got a couple of tangos. Not level 6 just yet. But that's Boots and Salve also arriving in for Nico, baby. And I really want to keep my eyes up on top, mainly because now starts the creep skip, and they've been very aggressive, VB. But on bottom lane, it feels like the safe lane of Prodigy has always been walking about like 30% HP.
I would definitely keep an eye on the bottom lane. Both of the heroes from VPP are low.
Epic Kid's in no position to try and take that. S4. 10 retaliate stacks nicely built up. They're never going to push underneath the tower, however, but it feels like S4's falling behind. In fact, he is. I to check the net worth, he's about 350 behind. Lesh is also too great as far as net worth.
Yeah, we see that more often, like their mid laners have less net worth than the like offlaners, even safe laners, because they bring a lot more regen. It's just a trade battle, so you're bringing Flask, you're bringing Mangoes to keep the sustain and the harassment going.
You said you want to watch it. S4 can't finish the job. All that bonus damage can't reach into Monkey King, and S4 is pretty low. Safe gets back to his tier 1 tower safely. And all this battle started around the 5-minute bounty runes. 2 trade-off. No one really wants to leave the lanes that hard. DM definitely doesn't. He's too busy trying to get in there for the pull. Easy money.
Problem is, Chen can't contest him.
Oh, they're gonna get bottom. S4, one more attack! Yep, that's a melee hero. That was a beautiful setup. Saved the level work of Fate, so there just wasn't enough movement speed for S4 to get out of range to the Boundless Strike, and then it's just a walk up and hit, and that's first blood to the safe lane of Prodigy.
Centaur was out of mana to use the Stomp, and his Flask got cancelled. Flask got those 2 extra seconds that High Strike added in the previous patch is quite a lot.
What is this Pugna doing? He's wrapping around back behind the tower. I think he's gonna TP out now, and he knows it too. For fucking TP. There's no stuns, so he's totally fine.
If I hit that bounce, he would have been dead.
True. A little off target.
Kanke is level 7, Lashrak level 6.5. Will get the ward on a mid lane. Lash needs to be careful. Like if he uses a combo, Lash just straight up dead. And you can see already the rotation from Pugna to keep the pressure on the tower. And I mean, he's only level 1. Level 1 Nether Blast.
Yeah, he's not gonna harass anything down. Not anytime soon, at least. He can come and plant a ward. But they're walking underneath, actually, the Dire Observe from Alliance just a little bit further to the west on the bottom lane. So that Radiant Sentry that was planted down by Saved is just well off target. We've now gone jungle for the rest of Alliance. They bring Slark back, Limps also trying to kill off Axe, but a very wise time for DM to be out to his tier 1 tower. He's actually coming for that 5-minute bounty rune that's still there at 7 minutes.
He's just farming. It was a great call from him to go back and just farm the jungle. This is the build on Axe. You don't go for like Vanguard anymore. You want to get that Blink Dagger as soon as possible. This is a killer lineup from VPP, but they want to keep the pressure. Mid lane, you can see Pugna, he's still in the mid lane using Blast, but most importantly, he just wants to use the crit. Just to amplify the damage on Torrent and Boat. That extra 30 damage is quite a lot.
He also went on a warding mission down south. But again, like Alliance should know exactly where that Observer and Sentry has been planted because they had their own obs that was watching the maneuver. For the 8-minute bounty rune on bottom. StasiX well available, a track being caught out by the combination of FM, but there's no instant follow-up, only now is the Inkswell being used. Throw back, but Limp is still being controlled, but they don't have the damage output, and he managed to grab the double damage room for extra ball charges. Easy enough. We keep for at 1:08 minutes in.
Very defensive build on him. He went for a Bracer, had Fairy Fire and Iron Tree, so that's a lot of stats, some extra magic resistance coming out from that. Now just wants to farm the jungle. He definitely needs like a fast Ult Scepter this game to break the combo. Once Axe gets to Blink there, blinks in, lift him in the air. Axe kills the courier even without dunking.
A little too easy. It's like all these lanes for Vp.Prodigy. Like once again, like they're getting everything they want. Slark, you've hit level 7, but you talk about Lashrak's early items, but when Slark start being an influence, it feels like if he joins the fight right now, he'll just end up feeding kills.
Yeah, he just wants to keep farming.
Here may be an easy pick off for Alliance. Looking for the kill over on Pugna. That's a level 3 Fade Bolt, so they have the damage to kill off the Pugna. It's like all these lanes for Vp.Prodigy. Like
this Pugna is not gonna have a place in the game. It's a position 5 Pugna. He gets a point in ward right now. I believe you just want to max out the wards.
And then he might as well be a scout at bottom lane. S4, great double hoof stomp. Epic Kid was jumping into it. The Kunk is making his own line. Observers and sentries see the fact that S4 is out just a little bit too far. They need to get the extra stun, and they're able to do so. Full combination comes in from FN. Pulling S4 back into it. Combine it with the Inkswell stun. S4, no way to escape. FN finds the kill. Even using the Tiebringer at the M just for some style points. They might even be able to catch out Unskin on the retreat away.
Some blind Torrents. FN so far very good rotations, good laning stage for him. Going into Armlet, so cheap damage, keep the pressure going.
Yeah, as long as they can keep it up. We're 3-1 on the board. Everything still feels like, as far as map control goes, like no one's easily assaulting into the other side, but you can take out the early T1 lane. Fantastic timing for FN, speeding up that armlet of his. And fairly certain S4 looked to have a rebuttal working with the Chen to take Get the tier 1 to bottom. Already Kunkka is TPing down. They're not going to let it go.
It's such a great timing on Axe, Blink Dagger. 10 minutes and Blink Phase Boots Racer. They're ready to fight, but I think Alliance, if they don't get caught, they have a lot of sustain. Full mech on Chen plus Hand of God.
DM smirked up. He's in the back line. Slark reveals himself on the front. Kunkka's got full combination. X marks his body, going right on top of the Slark. The blink follow-up will ensure there is an extra control factor, but no. Nika Baby back. Somehow gets the pickup. Netherboard is down. Stampede pushing Alliance, falling for the double hook stomp. He's able to actually claim it out. Save actually wanting to help out too. Gets the silence out, so S4 couldn't get the hook stomp out, but they're gonna get the kill. The Pugna both going down. A big tiebreaker from FN. Finds the spill damage they require to get S4 and Hans, but Nico Baby battling under the Shadow Dance, battling almost under the tier 1 tower. The chase will be on both under the tier 1 tower, where FNG is being hunted by Kunkka. X-Mark will now come off cooldown, so finally FN can use combination, but he needs a couple more friends. Nico Baby still looking to fight against the Kunkka, but here's the friend arriving. FB Kid underneath the tier 1 tower. They really don't want it.
Sadly for Alliance, FNG did not have enough mana to cast Hand of God. I think it would keep them alive. Maybe they could have get one extra turn kill. But a good initiation, man. FN. Also FN killing the, like, FNG trying to kill him. It's funny. All they need is G. Where is G? That's a good question. Where's G at?
I don't know. He retired like 2 years ago, right?
I don't know. I'll check
probably
Wikipedia.
Probably just moved into a new industry. Yeah, actually, you remember Ducky, right, from TI1? Well, the guy who didn't play at TI1. You know, he makes umbrellas now. That's his new career. Distributes them for free.
Considering how he was playing, it's an upgrade for Ducky.
Former teammate. You could crap on him.
I know he's doing something with umbrellas.
S4 up and towards the air. FP Kid's gonna stay on him. They need a little extra spot back into the boat. Very liberal FM with his abilities. X-Mark spot stolen here from Hanska, but he won't hold on to that for very long. The blink forward from D. The lanes had to work well for Prodigy to get this advantage, and it seems like it really, really has. 8-3, 4K advantage, 30 minutes in, and the top 3 net worth. Yeah, Slark sniffing on the heels, but top 3 belong to Prodigy.
Vp.Prodigy's heroes are very good at controlling Slark. It's not a pre-Slark game. We see those quite a lot where Slark doesn't even die once. But he's playing against Axe. All you can out of that, there's like no real save. There's no like Shadow Demon, Disruption, Vibrant Ulti. There's X-Mark, which Slark really hates to play into. And like you don't want to just man up against the Monkey King. Monkey King extremely farmed at the moment.
And this is what I was wondering before, when does the Slark come online? Like, I only thought about it after you mentioned that Limp. Okay, well, this might be a little control for DM. But Limp went defensive item build. Is there a little extra help to get DM out of here? Hey, it's a nice perk of Fate for some damage, but Axe is definitely dead farming under an Observer and Sentry. Like when does Limp become a proper hero as well? This Pugna hasn't been as nerfed down as he probably would have liked it to be.
Limp needs a defensive item for himself. Going into Yule Scepter, I don't want to see any shenanigans, Boots of Travel. It's just up wrong. He's out of mana. He can't even kill Pugna at the moment.
And if he hangs around, there's a lot of heroes coming up towards the top lane. Like, you can't kill the position Pugna. And with this maneuver, it'll at least ensure that the 2 bounty runes on the top go to Vp.Prodigy, but Alliance will take the same on bottom. And add some pressure to the tier 1 tower as well. We'll see how much Prodigy really likes their tier 1 towers. They haven't lost a single one so far. 15 minutes. With the Lashrak on the field, you expect more to fall, and then the first one will topple.
So far, Nico Baby is doing a good job just evading any kind of ganks from BPP. And getting closer to that Diffusal Blade. Like, Slark is a monster once he gets that item, sorry. Like, your kill potential multiplies, and I want to see if he like gets straight into BKB after. He needs to be able to take care of himself this game. There is like Chen heal Mac, but needs to be close, so it's kind of hard.
Yeah. I have a feeling that FNG's gonna have a lot of extra time to worry about Limp instead. He's the one jumping in the front lines, but Louis Hanskin, who's the one that gets caught out. Okay, Epi Kid. Well, you get the style of the Golden Dragon, but that's all you will really have. And he actually got the grab. Limp being pulled back in again. FN doesn't have the combination available, however, so S4, the Cripper find up, but he's able to get the double edge off, but the X mark spot pulls him back to the turret. FNG's like, well, I'll give you the power of wind. But not the greatest airbender, and a call into all of FNG's army. He's worked so hard to build up this library, but they're all gone.
VPP's understanding of the game is really impressive. So, like, pick up into objectives. Their tower damage is very limited. Pugna with only one Nether Blast, so I feel like he's just gonna keep that and max the other spells. They don't have the best combination. They're Grimstroke culty. Like double hunger, double suck, that's pretty much it.
Yeah. But it feels like, you remember the old drafting philosophy of Godblack? Like, we're just gonna draft whatever we feel is, and the synergy will come from this point. That's all we have to do. So we feel like this is good. All right, we just go with this.
Well, he was not wrong, you know. Like 2 or 3 overpowered heroes need to have some kind of synergy together.
Yeah, it worked it everywhere but TI for him. Hey, if we're bringing up TI1 stuff history, you have to bring us some other stuff. Say, hey, this is the greatest invis rune you could have ever asked for. FNG dropping Observer Ward. He doesn't have a sentry. He just needs some help. And here they come. They're already pinging out the Observer Ward boost planted. Pug's like, all right, give me free gold. Can I have the kill? Mech is out. That won't save him. But maybe it'll save the Chen army once again. 3 heroes walking away. No, 3 heroes dying as they walk away.
They're still in Hanskin. Berserker's Call stolen. It's not gonna be that great until he like gets Ether Lance or a Blink Dagger, but in this game he really does not get that much farm. Like he's almost as poor as Pugna.
Top Monkey King. He's through gonks, but S4 is just going to stampede to the trees and get away, but that's a pretty big ulti to burn. Over 100 seconds on cooldown when Prodigy are moving in, but at the same time, Prodigy, I think, need to work on their ward game. The amount of time they've spent underneath this Observer Ward inside the Dire jungle is ridiculous. Finally, the sentry wards can be planted, and they can see it. Oh, well, they can see a kill opportunity. Hanskin trying to tree dance himself away to safety. That won't happen. Just gonna stampede to the trees.
So Alliance right now, they're using all the stampedes defensively. Leshrac just farming, same goes for Slark, which means that we do not want to fight. Like, we understand how they are right now. Problem is, VPP, they don't have the best roach taking lots. Otherwise, they would have been taken it a long time ago.
They've been in a bit of trouble, but then again, he's from not to mention Armor Toggle and the call from DM, pulling Nico Baby away from the Conquer. Still no ship available, but Nico Baby jumping in once again. Still got Halberd available too. But Epi Kid, they're just walking it off. Decrepifying and extra slow, and Torrent. Axe has gone north, so he'll end up going down to Limp. But Nico Baby really wants to try and find kills with this diffuser blade, but he hasn't got himself a target yet. Epi Kid's just farming up and then bouncing himself away.
Nico Baby playing so aggressively. It's a tough start game. You're playing against level 4 Decrepify, Heaven's Halberd on Kanka, Cold plus X Mark.
You need to make the hero work. You can't just sit back and say like we're gonna be okay. Battle for the bottom outpost. Limp, he really wanted this, but he's stunned up and stunned inside the Wukong command. Finally, he'll get towards the edge. Epi Kid thinking about getting out. In fact, he will, but the hand of God. Limp's getting enough life to be able to survive with the mischief. Epi Kid can at least dodge a little bit of this behind the back lines at the moment, but Leshrac is finally being brought down, and Slark didn't get his target. In fact, now he's soulbound to FNG, so FN wants to get away to safety, but no, will be there. Maybe Pugna can give him just enough life, combining with the Boundless Strike. Epi Kid giving enough space. They're still trying to get him away. FN just pull your ass off and telling you we'll finally drag him back in. To the kill that goes the way of Nico Baby. My God, he wanted that, but maybe not diving underneath the tier 2 tower. Rolled up, combining with the Inkswell. They get the stun available, and then the dunk down. Nico Baby will fall, and Hanskin makes a break for the trees where he shall also go down. And Vp.Prodigy, my god, they did everything they could to keep the Conqueror alive, and Alliance did everything they could to kill him.
Like, Slark got decrypified, I believe, like 5 times. He was trying to cut into backlines, and VP, they're just doing a very good job, you know, ignoring the Slark, using a couple of spells, but using the right spells to kill the supports.
Is it still enough though? Like it feels like Prodigy is still having fantastic fights, but the advantage is coming back the way of Alliance. They're getting more out of this map. Maybe not with experience, but they are with gold.
They are, and they're going for correct items, like Commentart finish the Crimson Guard, which is gonna keep his teammates alive. A lot of physical damage, last rack, straight into BKB. Like, he understands that he does not have a way of playing this Boots of Travel game that Lashrak loves to play. Slark going for status resistance build, which is also like status resistance is great against hacks, against any kind of a stuns, which they hit from Kanka, the Cripify, just lower the duration of it.
The call, S4 once again being caught out. Can he stay alive long enough to trigger that stampede? No, he cannot. Crimson Guard only. And for 30 seconds, DEM really making the most of every initiation he finds. Against any kind of a stuns, which they hit from Kanka. Well, maybe I was a bit wrong about this Pugna. Like, he achieved so much, keeping alive, keeping Axe alive with the Cripifies and Life Drain. Kanka also has that Imp Claw, one of the better tier 2 items you can get on. Like oh, Nico.
Semi-core.
Just use the Dark Pact, then gets X marks back out. Okay, he'll go into the Shadow Dance, but the full combination be thrown his way, combining with the Silence of Save. Maybe Slark can get away with the Hand of God heal, but it's still not going to be enough. The dive comes in deeper. The BKB is fresh and shiny, wants to use it, and Limpo falls down underneath his own tier 3 tower. At least FNG can get away to safety, but Prodigy continue to go from one target to the next, and Fortification being burnt by Alliance.
They are playing very fast. What is Monkey? After BKB, going for Deso, at least that's what he has queued up, so that's gonna help them out with some tower damage. They're finding kills. I think they're finding way too many kills on the map.
Is this Alliance just being out of position, or is this Prodigy making the space?
It's just they're playing so well. This act, a lot of good initiations. Kanka also, he was involved in 16 out of 18 kills. I missed FN. I think he deserves like a better team. Not this one, because this team is playing well, but in the past, like, I don't think he played for like a good team. He could always be in a better one. He
went through so many teams. He could have sent him for the primary VP squad for a while, but like, you look at his history, he stood in for Gambit, he stood in for he's only listed as a stand-in for Vp.Prodigy too. But S4, well, you just got brought back to join Alliance. You're a fully fledged member, but you're also fully caught in the tree line. Pulled back into the X-Mark Torrent, but you've only brought S4 down to 50%, but all that build-up just lets DM prepare with the blade mail. Limp just murders himself. He's the one who actually gets awarded the kill. Oh my god, this Axe. It's not stopping Nika Baby from looking for the Vp.Prodigy. The fight. They want to try and battle under the tier 1 tower. Hunskin staying in nice and close. Starts with a Fade Bolt. X marks the spot with a Torrent, just keeping Nika Baby once again out this fight. FN looking for some extra cleave damage, letting Tidebringer do its work.
They definitely need Axe to take this fight. Rune spawning, they're just gonna pick up 2 runes. They're still on the top. And a lot of Chen creeps, so someone needs to address that problem. It's gonna be Grimstroke. Grimstroke's having a very good game. Christopher Stone, already a 4-staff, getting Etherlands next.
The same level as Pugna, and they both have big items. Like, you got a Glimmercape for Pugna. Big items you were listing off for save.
I mean, you have save in your name, you need to build saving items.
That would be appropriate. Alliance just start to chill a little bit. The BKB on Limp. It's taken a very long time to get there. At least FNG's managed to pick up the Greaves. Now, FNG's done a great job of always pushing in the top lane. He's just got a range creep stolen from the Radiant side, sitting instead of Roshan. There's no way Prodigy can do that without some warning bells going off for Alliance. Just start to chill a little bit.
Prodigy's Vapor clear is very. Kunkka one-shots the wave. Monkey can easily clear it. Same goes for Axe. Even Grimstroke.
There it is. There's the information. Observer wall is being planted, but in range. Yeah, now both seem to see the observers and sentries. And that's why you send the Chen army to do the work. Oh, the short from there on DM, so maybe with the pull back and the drain, Chen's brought down before he can even use that Hand of God. And then Chen could not create enough space, so was too busy on board mission.
Those Chen creeps just instantly die. Now it's the time to run into Roche Pit. They don't double damage, but they have Deso on Monkey. A couple of seconds left on that DD.
At least there's been a pushback on bot. Spore's now going to rejoin, but he's trying to finish up the Blink Dagger. Maybe with the damage output he's got, he can look for the tier 1 tower in mid. That's exactly what... 138 damage, a little bit of extra distraction. Roshan still dropping, and they won't commit for him. But if you actually wanted this, you just keep pushing on bottom lane. Still 100 gold short of having... But picked up the Mindbreaker, which can now be transferred over to Nico, baby. Actually, no, he's got the Titan Sliver.
He's just stacking status resistance. But they don't have the good hero that carries Mindbreaker then.
Smoke Gang's gonna find Hanskin. Easy, quick little silencer on the Rubik. There's no one to save him. There's 5 heroes from Prodigy coming to the bottom lane to push the lane back out again, and the line's being very clearly drawn by a save. 1 bottom tier, 2, we push this way.
I feel like Hans can die there on purpose. He's just fishing for any kind of information, and then instantly all the Alliance is just playing the top part of the map. They're getting the items, they understand that Vp.Prodigy is stronger right now. They have Aegis in hands of Monkey King, who's going for Aghanim Scepter. Like, Epic Kid, he's really fast.
He was coming in for the Observer Sentry, and now Epic Kid throws down his own strike. Remember, they don't have Kunkka here just yet. DM is not the one initiating. They're the ones on the retreat. And now Alliance, they check themselves before they want to go in. The X-Master spot is going to go over on Nico Baby, but S4 got the perfect hook on. Can't combination. Now Soulbind and Double Silence. Epic Kid's already found the kill once again over on FNG. No pick save from him, and DM, he gets the call. It keeps Limp locked in front. Come on, maybe there's some extra life. There is from the Essence Ring. That will allow Limp to be able to retreat. And Slag looking for exactly the same type of thing. S4's hooked on. They'll create FN. Trying as many combinations as he can, but Alliance still looking for their own points of damage. The only hero they've killed off so far is the Pugna, and that was at the very start of the mission. Fight the mission.
What is the mission here? Nico Baby's playing so well, like going in and out of the fights, and that's the problem. Like, it's very easy to steal it when you're playing Rubik against Kunkka.
It's because you have to start with a combo, right? With X Mark Torrent. What else can you toggle? And Nico Baby continues to get bigger and bigger. Satanic build up from him. As you're saying, he's stacking up all the resistance he possibly can.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Prodigy going to try and remove one of the last remaining tier 2 towns of Alliance.
Check the cast range on Grimstroke.
Oh, did he just up it?
Land telescope level 15 talent.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
What happens when you get like the plus 650? It's going to go like halfway across the map. Even though he'll probably get the three to kill.
Yeah.
So silence is definitely the more important thing when all your items have managed to give you the same range as level 20 talent.
He also has Blink Dagger queued up. I would definitely want to see something like either Aghanim Scepter or Hex. Just use Slark against him.
Dire's middle tower is under
Hex
attack.
feels a hell of a lot better.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Forces a line. BKBs. The second they get hit by the Soulbind. I say burn the BKBs. There's only one that's there, and that's on the Lashrak.
I remember all of these kind of lineups that VPP has. Like, it's so hard, even with Aegis, to like, you can throw Monkey King's bodies, they have Nesso plus Orb of Destruction, but you're putting yourself in a bad spot. So you always need to like, find a kill and then transfer that into a push.
Alright, Pugna, let's see if you see the observer. They gave him the spider legs. Is that close enough to see the obs?
No,
I always feel like this. I always feel like this. Such an odd place. The sentry's just not far enough.
Find a kill and then transfer that into a push. Like, DM had such a great start. 10-minute phase boots, blink dagger, and for 22 minutes only farmed like blade mail and 3,000 gold on top of that.
He was the sacrifice, right?
He was, like, he goes in and dies.
I'm gonna jump the back line. I'm gonna catch 2 heroes inside of a call. They're gonna do a lot of damage to themselves, and then Epi Kid comes in, or you have like FN come in and they just ensure the last hit. Simple enough.
Your admiral is on board.
22 minutes.
I'm trying to give space for Rubik on the bottom lane. Interesting scan. Actually did manage to ping on S4, but they'll see him anyway.
Centaur with the spider legs.
Half-man smoke.
Half man, half spider.
That definitely makes logical sense. The bounce around. Oh, they found the healer once again. They would like to get a little bit more. Hunger's farming up in the bottom lane. Gets his TP out. They have enough damage to kill him before that'll complete. And thanks to the fact that Epi Kid looked for the secondary kill, it means both supports of Alliance will end up going down on bottom lane. Of course, the cores of Alliance have already backed up and are still continuing their own farm game.
I feel like Alliance's game plan right now is, yeah, we're gonna do our own. And somehow Nico maybe carry us to the victory. Find a farm on the map. We're just gonna buy the time for you.
Is this the miracle approach? Is it?
Yeah.
At least running in towards mid. You have to get the defense up now. Come forward. Quick little hook stone from S4, but underneath the Nether Ward. I don't know if Alliance really want to come close. As you see, Limp is like, I got one chance at 9 with my BKB where I could potentially fight. A lot of patience from Prodigy. They'll back up after taking the tier 3 tower. You have to get the defense up now.
53% stats resistance. SNY, Satanic, Titan Sliver. So all those stuns are cut in half.
Pretty damn good. Well, we'll put it to the test. Calls it first stun, second stun. You've still got the greed. S4 gets the horse on forward over towards Axe Battle. Hunger was stolen, but now they get. Oh no, the 4 stun's not out just yet, but you've just got the kill on the Hunskin. This troll, the double stun in from Pugna, but Lashrak learns the BKB, but he's stuck inside the Wukong's command. Can't move away. DM will dunk him. As far as the spinal links to get up to safety. Oh my god, Limp, you are not having a fun time here at all. Dead for 50 seconds without buyback available. FN ready to force the issue.
They try to go for a Slark, but you see he's really not getting stunned, so they're just controlling the other heroes. They're gonna deal with the Slark.
Pugna's giving the life to DM. It's like, are you ready for your jump? It's a 10-second BKB for the axe. It's ready to use. The mid-racks will be taken.
That's a lot of minus armor. Desto, Orb of Destruction, Assault Curious. That's minus 16 if my math is correct, and usually.
I'll trust you. You look like a trustworthy kind of guy.
Radiant are scanning.
I look like a troll.
Trolls normally look very trusting. That's why you fall for the trolls.
You're a smart man, Toby.
Maybe. Then again, I actually still think you are actually a trusting person, so maybe I'm not as smart.
Maybe I'm just trolling right now, you never know.
You look like a trustworthy kind of guy. Alright, so what's the Alliance's plan for victory here? Like, they seem to be falling further behind. 18,000 net worth, 23,000 experience. That's very trusting. For Prodigy, does Alliance actually have things to play with here? Does the Slark with Satanic? He's going Skadi next as well. Like, I've seen late game Slarks really rip apart lineups, but is this one of those games where Slark can actually 1v5? Maybe if you could remove a better chance. The stun control is pretty good. Epic hit. At least able to hit his on DM solo on life. And the double solo. How is DM? Okay, finally he is going to go down.
Buyback.
But as well as Nico are both gone. Both do not have buybacks available. FNG will get caught out on his way home. Way too much damage from the Monkey King. It's a play just like owning. And is that just the game? Do they just go down mid and finish this now?
They don't know that Slark does not have buyback. That's the problem. If they did, like they would have straight up gone for Tier 4 tower. 60 seconds without Slark, minus 16. Armor onto the buildings would be more than enough. Like look how fast they melt.
Yeah. Zero armor. Everything is negated. Limp's looking for some kind of counter push across mid. They're actually TPing back Grimstroke. So they seem to be happy with just... Is that just the game? The second lane of Rax. Maybe look towards Roshan. Slark is still refused to buy back. And that one super range creep. Yeah, you stick with... Alright, into Roche we go. Very safe here by Prodigy.
I want to see if they give like either cheese or Aegis to Axe. He just bought back and he's very important for controlling the Slark. I mean, getting fine, I guess. Give a monkey Aegis. Like he's still not holding the cheese. Okay, he is now.
I decided to walk away.
It's been a while since I saw like full damage Kunkka. He went for Daedalus, Armlet.
Sorry, I don't know if you were watching that, but Nico Baby was TPing to the outpost on the south as Monkey King was springing over the top of it. A quick jump away! Hey, kid actually dodges S4's initiation, and now we turn the other way. A bit of blaze down forward, S4 on the full retreat. Now they're all planned down by Pugna, but they don't have the control. Final legs through the tree lines. Hanskin will not be so lucky to escape. Pulled back by the X mark spot and a 1k plus 8 crit. Is perfectly monkey. Nice. Oh, okay. Okay, he's got Aegis Immortal, so he doesn't really care. They get the perfect soul bind with the double silence. Goodbye, Slark. Goodbye, S4. Goodbye, game 1. Prodigy. They took it in the lanes and they kept it throughout the mid game, and it took 39 minutes to finally break the back of Alliance here in game 1.
Very aggressive, and they executed it well. Like, you don't necessarily need to close out the game after the first roast. You're just building the advantage, and they were fighting kills. Ben played amazing. Same goes for Axe. Pugna did much better job than I expected. I did not.
They took it in the lanes and they kept it throughout the mid game, and it took 39 minutes to finally break the back of Alliance here in game 1.
Very aggressive, and they executed it well. Like, you don't necessarily need to close out the game after the first roast. You're just building the advantage, and they were fighting kills. Ben played amazing. Same goes for Axe. Pugna did much better job than I